So this is the deep dive I did about Donald and his encrypted device that the FBI made since 2018. Look at all this stuff that got pulled in, and you better believe the UK is all over this, and you better believe that Putin is pooping in his pants. The moon tomorrow for their meeting is going to be in Virgo, and look at that. The UK, we've got Virgo on the ascendant. The other country that has Virgo on the ascendant is Russia. So Russia's definitely going to be very victim-y. Poor me, poor me. They're going to move the goalposts. But trust me, this is like a direct hit to who they are and their vitality. Putin's going to pretend like, this doesn't bother me, I'm okay, but Joe will land a blow. And the reason why I know that is because the top of the chart of Russia is getting hammered right now. I fully expect Putin to be gone. I'm going to check really quick to see if I have that horoscope with me. Well, I'll show you two other things. This was that monster January 21st, 2019 total lunar eclipse that I said was the beginning of the end of Donald, because at the top of the chart was 0 degrees Leo. The bottom was 0 degrees Leo. The moon was conjunct the top of that chart at 0 degrees Leo with the north node right there. The 0 degrees Aquarius, that's when you're inaugurated. This eclipse lasted 5 hours over North and South America, and right now we're in the middle of an eclipse, and Mars just went into Leo, and it's hitting this thing again. So we will find out stuff back from 2019 that he was doing in North and South America, probably with Pompeo. This chart, this is what makes me so optimistic for the Democrats. This is their chart from February 17th, 1801. On the ascendant, we have 2 Cancer. This is what gives life to their chart. At 3 degrees Cancer is USA Venus. So they're about love and harmony and the value of people and families. Okay? The top of their chart is 10 Pisces. I find that very interesting because USA Asteroid Nessus is right there. Nessus is nasty. You know how they're always getting beaten up and battled and abused and they have no backbone? Well, 10 Pisces. I think that it's like 9 Pisces in like almost, like I want to say it's like at least 30 or 40 minutes. So it's almost 10 degrees Pisces. USA Nessus is a very nasty asteroid. This asteroid shows up, Nessus in your chart is where the abuser in your chart shows up. Whether it's physical, it's violent, or sexual assault. And this is where you can't just let that abuser go. It just keeps hanging on and lingering forever. Because the legacy is always around you. That's at the top of the Democratic Party, 10 Pisces. But here's the thing. We had a reboot, a reset at the Saturn-Pluto conjunction last January 12th. I talk about this all the time because I see it happening every single day. Something happens, I can immediately trace it back to the chart. But on that day, Saturn and Pluto were 22 degrees Capricorn, 47 minutes. This was on January 12th, 2020. It's why 2020 sucked. This is the restructuring of world power governments globally. The Democrats grew a background, and no one can get away with garbage because exactly 22 degrees, 47 minutes here on this 8th house cusp. 22 Capricorn, 47 minutes. They've got Saturn, Pluto here as a guardian. This is your shared resources like money. This is espionage. This is taxes. This is politics, life and death transformation. They have the final say on how things are going to get changed and how we're going to share our resources. It is also the final word on our partnerships. Whoever comes in here, if we are going to approve you, like in marriage, you get married, the laws now, you get married, then you have to share taxes. If we have an agreement with another country, we like you enough to keep you and have some financial agreements, you have to pass the test of the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. So, I am very confident where we're headed with the Democrats. So there was a reset there. There was a reset on how we're going to be treated by Nessus. No longer. Nessus is right here. It's actually like right on the cusp of the 9th house. So the Democrats are saying we're not going to be abused by lands far away. We're not going to let laws abuse us. So they're also going through a big transformation, but this is kind of what is set in stone for them. So that makes me happy. That makes me very happy. Plus, Venus was right here on that day, January 12th, conjunct the Democrats, their sun, what gives them life, which is harmony, love, philosophy, the law, one another, humanity, science. But it's really big and ugly when we're in the middle of it, as we are right now with all these shakeups. So expect more news. I just wanted to put this in here so I could at least insert that so you guys could see what would be happening. I do not have time to do this, but I also, the gentleman Chris Sign, if you heard about him committed suicide, it reminds me of like a Mr. Epps getting suicide ed. I don't have time to go through that, but I just want to let you know that's what the Horoscope is showing. Okay, the meeting to... Oh, Rita, okay, let's look at the Geneva horoscope, okay? Okay. There's... I'll tell you, it's faded. All of those are in the 10th house. This is so awesome, you guys. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Okay, I will grab cards, but there are just some things about this new moon eclipse over Geneva that are really important to share. So I don't know when this meeting is. The moon is going to be somewhere over here in this 12th house. This is not to scale. It's a really bad... but I can make my point. So even though things are getting drummed up right now, this and that, well, the moon is in Leo. It's very proud. It's on the world stage. We've had Biden on the world stage. Well, this moon going into Virgo, which rules this area, day-to-day routine, intelligence, military. It's going to be in this area, the 12th house, again, secrets, bad spirit. This is where bad spirit is. This is where bad fortune is. But it's going to be in Virgo. The concentration will be on Mercury as its ruler. Mercury at this eclipse was in the 10th house for the world to see. retrograde or revisiting things. That moon will have already passed the asteroid Vladimir. So Vladimir does not have the juice, but it is applying very closely and looking at asteroid George Washington. How much has George Washington, the asteroid, shown up for us in the past year? For those of you that are new, he was instrumental with the 14th Amendment, citizenship, the passing of George Floyd, the Saturn-Pluto conjunction. So the asteroid George Washington, this moon, is working with George Washington. We've got the asteroid Ben Franklin over here in the area of networks. You know, Ben Franklin is the one who negotiated the peace treaties. 18 degrees Leo, this exactly split Donald's Pluto and Mars, so everything he did is done. What is very interesting to me is this 11 degrees Leo. We have the North Node in Gemini. The North Node, the last time it was in Gemini, was in the months after 9/11. On 9/11, the planet Pluto was at 11 degrees Leo. There's been a lot of discussion coming up about 9/11. Because all these guys with this app there, Putin's the one that funded all those guys. Pluto was at 11 degrees Leo. It's like we're back to this point again. What I find really interesting are these two asteroids, Olga and Atropos. Atropos is the cord cutter of life. It's the third fate. It's where we cut the cord of life or anything. This is the one that was exactly active when George Floyd passed away. In that moment, in that exact moment. We have this new asteroid that I discovered. Well, she's not new, but she's called Olga. Olga, way back when, I think maybe it was in Russia, but she became queen. Her husband was murdered, and the way she pursued retribution against his murderers with another company, people say she was a brilliant general. She wasn't a general. She was in a leadership position, used her knowledge against her enemies, but in a way where she was able to befriend them, know their vulnerabilities and weaknesses, and take them down. Interesting. So to me, this is like President Biden doing the same. This is the last. Third fate, third strike, you're out. We know what you did. He's really going to make this very uncomfortable, and it's applying to Ben Franklin, the negotiator. This is also happening. At the bottom of the chart in Geneva, 9 degrees, 58 minutes, Gemini, we have the South Node, what we're letting go of. What's crowning this chart exactly at the top of the chart is the North Node, our direction, where we're going, what's happening in the skies over Geneva. Whatever happens is paving the way of where we're going. But as reinforcement down here in this fourth house, remember our defenses, our home, our history, who we are. At 11 degrees, 1 degree away, we have asteroid Potomac. That is USA defenses. So what's going to happen with the ground rules at this meeting, there is no wiggle room for Vlad to be like, well, we used to do it. No, this is not the past. That's not who we are anymore. Who we are is this. This is how we're defending home. And if you don't comply, everything's been revealed to us from the solar eclipses, 12 degrees, 1 degree away. I have all this evidence. I'm going to reveal to you what's going to happen with the law, what's going to happen internationally, but we're defending ourselves There's nothing you can do about it. This is the stage that's being set. Kind of cool, huh? So, yeah, Vlad has zero leverage. So I just want, just show me some cards. Just show me the meeting. I just want to see the meeting. This is the meeting. Who's going over here? Okay, Vlad. Vlad. Feels like he's got his tail between, he feels so small. Like a little child that wants to go hide under a desk. Biden is huge. It's at the base of their meeting. Nope. Okay. Queen of Wands. Queens are nations. We're talking about the leader of the free world. And he is confronting Putin, how he's effed everything up with all the effery he's been doing. Queens are nations. For Don Julio, the Queen of Wands has always showed me as what Putin is doing around the world. Because Putin's leading this whole thing. Wands is leadership. Seven of Pentacles. I see what you did. We have more than enough information on what you did. And you thought this was a good investment for you, but I've got news is coming. We don't deal with the likes of you and the devil. So this is Vlad. He used to come up with the Justice card, and then all the effery he was doing was to sway everything in his favor, whether it was a quid pro quo, something exploding, some news happening, elections getting ruined. For him, that is justice because he's getting his way. But guess what? You thought that was just, but you know what? Those were all your plans. Your plans are no longer. Your plans are no longer happening because we got receipts. This is President Biden. He's on the move. He's ready to win. This is more like a formality, I think, because he's on the go. There's nothing stopping him. He's rounded up the world. He's covered in. I got news for you, guy. What's crowning them? This is the new plan. I'm telling you, this is what's going to happen. There's no third wand. There are no ships coming in. I'm announcing this is what's happening. And the United States means business. I have the backing of the world. At the foundation of this, the terrorism, worldwide terrorism going on around the world. We're done. Putin relates to this terrorism by all the propaganda they put out, the misinformation, the psyops, reversed. We have the evidence. We know what you did. You did a really crappy job because look at all this that I have. Putin relates to what's crowning this meeting. He's mad. He's upset. He's with China and North Korea. There's not a darn thing he can do about it. He's like stopped in his tracks. Biden, the basis of this. His new plan for the Russia. This is a new plan we don't know about. This is the new high priestess. We will find out about more. What's crowning this meeting with him? Yeah, we don't know. This is the stuff. Yeah, this is the stuff that's being kept secret. I can't see this, you guys. So we'll just find out when we find out. Okay? If you have any questions, go ahead and write them in the comments section. But until then, feet on the ground. We got this. You guys, we so got this. Ignore the news and the people that are stressing you out. It's designed to do that. They do not want Biden to be successful. So they're trying to rain on his parade in any way possible. Ignore it. That's not truth. We're in Mercury retrograde. All that garbage is not truth. The truth is what they're trying to prevent us from saying, okay? So stay cool, you guys. Have a good day. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Thank you, moderators, so much. Thank you, all newbies.